So according to the meteorological department, the outlook for March 2025 indicates that the country is expected to experience warmer than average temperatures, okay, especially in the northeastern, northwest highlands of the Rift Valley, including that is the Nairobi County, parts of the coast, and southeastern lowlands as well. So we are also going to be expecting a little bit of a rainfall, below average over the coast and the northeast and northwestern region. That is what is happening to weather. By the way, and also normalize looking at how the weather looks like. Usiignore alafu kuja ukanyeshewa, because by the way, nowadays the weather just changes the way it wants, if you've noticed, okay? But that is what we had for our weather updates today. But regardless, remember that God is a God of all seasons. So whether it's a rainy season, whether it's a sunny season, whether it's a cloudy season, whether it's a windy season, do not forget that God is a God of all the seasons, okay? So whatever season it is, his blessings still flow. Sawa. Now we move to our traffic updates, okay? So now on Waiyaki Way, there's a little bit of held up pale Chiromo. And commuters who are heading towards Westlands are experiencing a delay due to there's a two minor accidents less than 100 meters apart from Chiromo, apart at Chiromo there, affecting the traffic there. There's a little bit of a snarl up, but I'm sure it's going to be clearing in just a bit. Ngong Road, I can see here kuna snarl up pia. There's a bit of a heavy traffic on Ngong Road, and also Jogoo Road. Let me see Jogoo Road. Traffic inaanza pale Church Army, stretching all the way to Country Bus. Yeah, all the way to Country Bus. That is on Jogoo Road. And I think that is all I have for your updates today on traffic. So no matter what is happening on the roads, be mindful of other users, be mindful of motorists, be mindful of car owners like yourselves, be mindful of pedestrians as well, okay? But good luck to everyone who's traveling out there, or anyone who's going to work at this time. I am hoping that hamtashikwa na jam sana, alright? And that is what we have on our first part of update. So I want us to take a short break, but before I do, we have our question of the day. I did tell you that later in the show, we're going to be having a nutritionist with us, okay? And we're going to be learning all nutrition, like ile kitu umekuwa ukikula healthy au umekuwa ukijidanganya. Unajua kuna kukula healthy na kuna kujidanganya. And if you've noticed, by the way, sometimes we eat and we think we are eating healthy, but when someone else comes and see what you're eating, anashangaa ako like, what is this person eating? So we are having an interview on nutrition. And for my question of the day today, it's actually coming from nutrition. So what is the biggest food myth you once believed, and how did you find out the truth? What is the biggest food myth you once believed, and how did you find out it was true? I will tell you mine later. Kuna wale tuliambiwa ukimeza Big G inamea kwa tumbo. That is just one. I have others, but we are going to speak about this. 0711-176-006 is my WhatsApp, SMS, and phone number. So you can text me in there. Tell me which food, which food myth did you believe in, and how did you find out that it was true? I want us to take a short break. When we are coming back, with my panelists right here to see what our newspapers say today. So do not go anywhere after this short commercial break. We are coming back.
called me out upon the waters, the great
Nakuru. Are you looking for a way to start your day with purpose and prayer in the presence of God? Mountain of Deliverance Church Nakuru invites you to our morning devotion service every weekday from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Experience powerful worship, life-changing teachings with Rev Mark Keitani as we seek God's presence this 2025. Don't miss this divine opportunity to begin your day on a higher spiritual note. Mountain of Deliverance Church Nakuru, your church of choice.
keep my eyes above the
Deliverance is where people are liberated from the forces of darkness, yokes, chains, affliction that are holding them back in life. From 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., Mountain of Deliverance Church, Nairobi.
By coughing, by yawning, even by tears, come out.
Power, praises, manifestation of the Holy Spirit is felt in the lives of God's people.
Wewe roho ilifunga mama, chomeka, achilia mtoto, 1, 2, 3,
According to the law of physics, everything assumes rest until a force is applied on it. Every Thursday at Mountain of Deliverance Church, Nairobi, this is where that force is applied on every generational curse, every generational poverty, evil family patterns, anti-marriage forces, and joblessness. Are you ready to break the chains that are holding you back? Then I want to welcome you to Mountain of Deliverance Church, Nairobi. We are located in Gara, Muranga Road, next to Aqua Plaza building. Come get your deliverance. Your deliverance is one service away.
uchawi wa baba, uchawi wa mjomba, uchawi wa shemeji, niachilie. If you are jobless, seeking to get married but there is no partner coming your way, seeking to fly abroad but doors are closed, the 21 hidden curses that everyone must break or you must break. So we have quite a number of these books, but you can give us a call. We'll know how to send them to you as a package. All the 7 books 7 books. Oh my goodness, I didn't know there are 7. I've just realized there are 7. If you send 5,000 shillings, oh yes, 5,000 shillings, I'll send you these 7 books on an offer just for today. Just for today. Just 5,000, I send you 7 books and you will never regret. 7 books at only 5,000 shillings. And if you're lucky enough, I think I have one diary here. Not diary, a notebook. I will bless you with that notebook. My goodness. Now I make a decision, I wonder, why am I making that sale? I'm not a businessman. That's why my wife says she cannot leave me in her shop. I'll give things free. Yes, so 5,000, I'll give you all this.
Je, una maoni, malalamishi au mapendekezo yoyote na runinga hii ya Oracle? Wasiliana nasi sasa kwa nambari 0711176006 au unaweza kututumia barua pepe kwa theoracletelevision@gmail.com, na maoni, mapendekezo au malalamishi yako yatashughulikiwa haraka iwezekanavyo. Oracle Television Network, the future is here.
Session, our newspaper review. It is my hope and prayer that you're ready, by the way, and you have your dailies. To agree, we have to be reading our dailies to know what is happening. Why? Because we are in this world but not of this world. But for you to survive in this world, you have to know the goers. Unajua ujue mahali penye inagonga inagonga hii. But that's it. I want us to look into our dailies today, and you can see I am not alone. I have my panelists here with me. I have a lady and a gentleman. At least for a change, I don't have 2 gentlemen. Tumezoea two gentlemen each and every session. But before we start, I want them to introduce themselves, tell you what they do, tell you where they are coming from before we get into our dailies. Let me start with the lady. Hoping sijabagua. Let me just start with the lady. Karibu Rispa.
First. Thank you so much.
You're welcome at Oracle TV. This is your second time actually.
Yes.
You're so welcome. Introduce yourself. Ambia watu umetoka wapi. Na wewe ni nani?
My name is Rispa Tinyari. I come from Meru County. A place called Igembe North.
Igembe North.
Yes, I come from
Meru ni kwa nani?
Meru ni kwa mama.
Mama.
Kawira Mwangaza.
Okay.
Yeah, we say governor ni mama. And actually, sababu hiyo swali umeuliza, we are expecting our governor was impeached.
Yeah, she was impeached.
So we are waiting. It's on 16 that we are supposed to confirm whether governor still ni mama.
Okay.
I don't know what will happen of Meru, but there is a lot of tension.
All right.
Yeah. So I'm here today as the chairperson, Meru chapter, Kenya Ahadi Party.
Okay. You're welcome.
Thank you so
And I'm looking forward to the session. Karibu Samuel.
Thank you.
This is your first time here. You're welcome. This is Oracle TV. We say the future is here.
Yeah, it really is.
So introduce yourself, tuambie wewe ni nani na umetoka wapi.
Okay, I am Samuel Kahinga.
Okay.
I'm a student, in fact.
A student who is interested in politics. Okay, that's interesting.
I'm involved in the university politics at the Technical University of Kenya. I'm a mechanical engineering student.
Okay.
Yeah, my county, ile moja Laikipia County.
Laikipia County, Laikipia ni kwa nani?
Joshua Irungu.
Joshua Irungu.
Yeah.
Okay.
Joshua Irungu. Alianguka 2017, akarudi 2022. Yeah.
But it's still staying strong.
Ako strong, but
anyway, yeah, you're welcome, lady and gentlemen. So we have our dailies with us, and nasijui which one has caught your eye. Let me start with you, Samuel. Which between the Standard, the Star, and the Daily Nation, which has caught your eye, Leo? Which one did the editor do justice?
the Ruto man thing, Daily Nation.
The Daily Nation. Why is the Daily Nation favorite? Why?
You know, I have come to learn today that there was a spying software that was to be procured, you know? And we Kenyans, we are not aware of anything of the sort.
Okay,
yeah.
That's your favorite. Rispa, ni gani leo imekushika macho leo? We have 3 leo.
Okay, I think it's the same.
It's the same paper, okay.
Yeah, I found something that I hadn't thought of. And, you know, we are in a nation where we are, when you're buying something online and you're like, give it fast, and then the seller is pay fast.
Pay fast, and then
we are in that situation with our president. The president doesn't know what to expect from us, so he's always on his toes. And the Kenyans also, we do not know what to expect from our president, so we are always on our toes. So when I see such a thing, I'm like,
yeah, we are all. This is the president. So we are always on toes. We don't know what to expect with him. We don't know what to expect with each other. So because the Daily Nation is your favorite, I think you're going to start with it. And to you who's back at home, this is how the Daily Nation looks like today. So there is a man who opens up on 123 billion spying software. We are going to be looking spying software. We'll look into that. And also on the Daily Nation, I can see there's a story about Raila as well. He said that it is him who came to me. We're going to speak about that as well. There's also another story on the state wanting to, have extra 32 billion shillings for covert security operations. Still on the front page of the Daily Nation, I see we have it's all about religion, about the Ramadan and Lent zimekutana pale katikati for the Catholics and also for the Muslims. And then there I can see wameweka pay rise for teachers in the TSC's 17 billion shillings extra budget. That is what the Daily Nation looks like. Now on the Star, I think umepitia the Star leo, Rispa. The Star inasema Wetangula's MPs accuse a CS of fighting Barasa. You know, Barasa has been on the hot seat because of SHA, and I think it is because she's the one involved there. Unajua wakati uko kichwa unapiga tu kila mtu because she's the one everyone is saying. But let's start with this story about the man opening up on the 123 million spying software. So apparently Mr. Eric Ngeno, who's a President William Ruto's speechwriter, has claimed that tycoon, that is Jayesh Saini, triggered a fallout with a Kenyan-Canadian Mary Washuka over a multi-million shilling spying software. Mr. Ngeno is fighting off compensation claims by the businesswoman. So apparently they backed out of the deal, and right now they are fighting to have compensation of the same. I'll read you the first 2 paragraphs maybe to get what is happening here. So Mr. Eric Ngeno, as I said, as I read before, he is the president's speechwriter, revealed how businessman Jayesh Saini triggered a falling out with Kenyan-Canadian Mary Washuka over 123 million spying software. Now, Mr. Ngeno is fighting off the compensation claim, but the businesswoman has confirmed in court papers that he and Mr. Saini met Ms. Washuka on November 2023, and the trio discussed the spying software. So this is a court case right here. What do you think about the story, Samuel?
Yeah, well, inanishtua. It reminds me of a movie, a film show ilikuwa House of Cards.
Okay.
Yeah, so the president went behind the doors hivyo akapatana na a guy amtengeneza the same software, something of the same software.
Okay.
Yeah, ndio naona the Kindiki thing and Gachagua thing pia ilikuwa inahusu ukiangalia the House of Cards zinafanana. I don't know, are they borrowing from the film? You know?
Okay.
Two instances from a single film.
Rispa, what are your thoughts on this story?
I'm really trying to be positive about it, and I'm like, maybe this software was maybe trying to, as in they were trying to get it maybe to improve the security of our country.
Of the country, okay,
but
that's
again,
a probability.
Yeah, but again, if it's matters security, there are those faces that we would love to see on the forefront. Like, you cannot tell me that you're working on security and we cannot see photos of people like the DCI, people who are in the front line on matters security.
Okay.
So it raises a lot of questions. Could the president be planning something that we do not know? Could he be having... Okay, he might be having a move that he want to make, and then maybe he want to use this. But again, with the Gen Z issue, we are kind of unpredictable. You do not know what we might do tomorrow. And maybe that is bringing a lot of tension in the house at the Hill, and maybe the president needs something to help him know what these people are planning
what
next.
these people are up
or
to.
Maybe he's planning for his 2027. Like, I feel that story has a lot around it. As much as I would try to be positive about it, I still have a lot of unanswered question.
Okay.
And I would really love to know, why did they back out now? And why have they brought the story to us now that they are backing out? Why didn't they let us know that they are getting into such a deal? Because it's a sensitive deal anyway.
Very, yeah.
And if it's matter security, we do not have a problem with the government recording my call for but it is explained to me well, and I understand why, and I know it's for my security. But now when you do things under the table, you see the way you used to steal something from mom with your siblings,
Sukari.
hiding it, and then when the deal doesn't go well, you're like,
Unaruka.
nitaambia mom. I feel this is what is happening to us now. Now they are telling us, because the deal is not going well as it was expected to.
Yeah, you can get more of that story on page number 4. It's actually a very interesting story right there. It's just that we can't read the whole story for you, but go get it there on your Daily Nation on your Daily Nation page number 4. I didn't see it in the Standard or the Star, so I think that is the only place they noted that. But I want us to look at the Baragoi bandit attacks, and I think cattle rustling is back. And I remember when the deputy president now, Kithure Kindiki was the interior CS. I think he tried a lot to fight banditry, and to some point ilikuwa imeisha, walikuwa washaogopa. Someone, why do you think we are back to the same spot?
Okay, I think it comes back to security. We need to have a leader there mwenye people, those guys there, they fear. Kama you remember Matiang'i akiwa security, hakukuwa na hizo vitu sana, and then kazi, watu hawana kazi. So bila kazi, what do you expect?
Okay.
Lazima nitafute chakula. Nitapataje chakula kama hakuna kazi? So naenda kuiba.
Waenda kuiba ng'ombe.
Yeah, ng'ombe za wenyewe. Unajua hiyo kitu happen. It has happened in Laikipia. I know guys there in even schools, wasikia shule wanaogopa. Some students, they don't want to go to a certain school because kuna banditry.
Okay.
So I think security and the CS, the person in charge of security in this country, yeye ndo anafaa kuulizwa swali.
And Rispa, the former, let me not call him former, let me just call him the now deputy president Kithure Kindiki. He really did a good job in trying to solve banditry, because I remember in his operations watu mpaka walikuwa anza kujitoa, ameshaanza kujificha. And now that he is deputy president, shouldn't the situation be better?
Actually, I don't know whether you know that these cases are also in Meru County. I come from Igembe North, and the banditry issue is so much in Igembe North, in a ward called Nado and Amwadi, and some part of Tegania East as well. And what I would love to say, I hope Aki Mungu nifundishe kunyamaza. I hope I will not oversay. This is what I think about this issue. Tell me why a banditry attack will happen, and then you call the police. The police will show up an hour later. They have a helicopter. Tell me if our cows are flying, or why will you be having a helicopter and still you will not be able to get the cows? I think you're getting the question that I'm trying to put across. And sometimes when we call the police, like yesterday, actually 6 people were killed from where I come from.
Baragoi,
Not
and
even
also from
Baragoi.
Baragoi,
I'm talking now about my home.
Okay.
Yes, 6 people were killed, and but no, the cows were returned. And I'm like, there is a day. Okay, what happens from where I come from? The cases will be on for long. Now, when we complain a lot, now a solution is brought. Yes. Now this time round, our cows will come back, and then this one acts like something to cover our eyes, to make us not talk a lot, and then it comes back again to a bad situation. So it makes me wonder: does the government know what is happening? Because, and okay, who is these bandits? Kwani, how big are they that they are mightier than the government? We have, I'm assuming, the head of the state, who is the commander-in-chief, is on our side. So do you want to tell me the bandits are more stronger than you? Your people are dying, and they are losing their properties. Actually, 2 weeks ago, they raped a very old lady.
That is sad.
From where I come from in Igembe North, and killed her. Now I'm like, you don't even feel the pain of this old shosho who did wake up very early in the morning to vote for you. So it puts me in a situation where these bandits could be a cartel. You know, we do not know even the meat that we eat in Nairobi, where it comes from. You know?
A funny
So
thing.
how do you know that it's not these people, that they have a senior someone who we do not know who it is, who is the one in charge of whatever it is happening, and that's why it's so hard to deal with it, because now when cartels get in, it becomes a bit tough now to handle it.
Yeah, and you know, banditry has been let me say, a solution that we haven't found yet. It has been an issue that has disturbed us for a very, very, very long time. Samuel, maybe what is it that we are not doing? Because when the deputy president right now was in the in the security ministry, it's all as if he had solved the whole issue, but there was at least something that he did. And wakati alitoka sana tumeona imeanza kurudi. What is it that we or them as the government are not doing to ensure that these cases stop? And is this about cattle rustling peke yake?
I don't think we have to look at Kindiki peke yake, you know. He was there and things were quite well, you know. Then another person comes in and then things go back to normal. I think the government should do a follow-up, you know, when a CS leaves, because we will not have one government for the whole lifetime. You know?
Okay.
The term limit is 5 years. The 5 years for two terms, so 10 years. So Ruto akiingia for the 10 years, if ataingia atatoka na kutakuwa another government, another cabinet, you know. So kunafaa kuwa na follow up, you know, they should follow up on what tulifanya hivi, tulieka hivi kakati, you know. Is it still being followed there?
Okay, Rispa, unadhania solution ni gani? What is the solution here? Because we cannot have peace for almost 2 years. We've not had these people attack. We've not had these cattle rustlers, and then all of a sudden, boom, imeamka. What is the solution?
I feel like we are in a modern society, and we are not using the modern strategies that we have well.
Okay.
Like, there was a time, there was a meeting in my place with the security to try find a solution, and people suggested a lot. Actually, Kindiki was present in that meeting, and one thing that I would say is, I think they were just suggesting to someone who ilikuwa inaingilia hapa inatokea the other side, because nothing happened.
Nothing was done.
You cannot think that only bringing police stations is the only solution. You know, these people might even collaborate with these police and do their thing. That's why you will call them and they show up hours later. But now I think having a lot of modern solutions in place can really help. For instance, these people attack from areas where it's scarcely populated. We try invest in those areas. Maybe we can try see if even if there is a manufacturing industry or something that can work in that region, make that place busy, and then let people start occupying the place, and let's see if the bandits will still have a way to get in. Like, I think you understand the picture that I'm trying to bring in. Again, we have things like drones, which they only suggest, but they do not put them into use. Why do actually, like where I come from, we are at a point where we feel no, the government should let us protect ourselves. They allow us even have our guns, because these bandits have guns, but for us we don't. So when they attack my people, they have guns, we don't. So of course we will suffer.
Okay. That is given more on page number 2 of the Daily Nation. You can see, and I think this is the second case we've had this month of bandits. You know, thousands in Samburu are also experiencing the same as a new wave of armed robberies targeting businesses. And you know, it is so sad that we are back here, but we do hope itatengenezwa vizuri, because there are children there going to school, there are parents there who have businesses. Get more of that on page number 4 of page number 2 of the Daily Nation. I have a story here that I really love today. It is on former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. So he said, it is President Ruto who asked me to work with him, and not the other way around. And I'm guessing this is because of the pressure that has mounted up. I think for the first time in a long time, we saw him being jeered at in Kisii. And akasema, many people are making a lot of noise here and there that I went to President Ruto, and then he said that I did not go to him. It is he who came to me. And he went ahead to say that you know, the same agenda that they had when they were when they had the NADCO, the same agenda they had is the same agenda they have, and that has been captured very well in the Standard. Actually, the Standard imenifurahisha leo. The Standard inasema Raila grows cold feet. Is he growing cold feet? It is the same story. You can see there wanasema, days after signing a deal with the government, opposition leader Raila Odinga is sending mixed signals about the agreement. In response to vocal displeasure from his supporters and ODM leaders giving Ruto's Nairobi tour a wide berth, Raila appears to be backtracking, saying they entered into the pact for the sake of citizens and should be judged in 2027. Opinions are divided on this shift in tone, and remains to you know, to be seen how it will be received. What do you think about this, Samuel? What do you think about this newly found bromance? This newly found bromance.
Ni kama alisikiza ground.
Alisikiza ground akaona hapana.
You know, Ruto came to me.
I did not go to him. Actually, that was my idea for him.
So were they not together during the AU thing?
Yeah? Okay.
So this guy has been in government for the last 4 governments.
Actually, in every government, no, except for the former first president, Jomo Kenyatta. I think he has been in all the regimes.
He has been there. So did Moi come to Raila? Did Kibaki come to Raila? Uhuru, then Ruto. You know, he has been there. Now, I think amesikiza ground. June, akasikia, no, you're losing sense. Yeah, someone told him that. You know, there's no way unaweza niambia mtu every time every government anaingia, he has a foot in, you know. And then when it comes to matters affecting the people, the Gen Z said, you betrayed us.
Okay.
And now he feels guilty. Yeah, it's guilt.
Rispa, do you think it's guilt? Ama ni ground amesikia akasema ground inakata?
One thing I think we can all agree, it's not a surprise that Baba is in the government.
Yeah, it's not a surprise.
But now the fact that Ruto was so hard on hakuna serikali ya nusu mkate. And now we are here. It gives that, and now Baba was on the other hand calling him Mwizi and a lot of names. So as someone who voted for Baba, he is putting me in that situation where have you now stopped seeing all the names that you called him? But now I think, you see him saying Ruto came to me, could be true anyway. These people mostly go to him, and they go to him for their own protection. No, I'm like, so Baba, you are cooperating with the president to finish as, that is how I feel. As someone who supported him, I feel like he's like, simulikata kunipea kura. So whatever I do with my life, haiwahusu. Like I always feel like Baba is someone who is so self-centered. He doesn't care what his people feels about his move. If he is happy, then your happiness is your own problem.
And going back to his speech, when he was saying that, you know, President William Ruto went to him, you know, he said that the same agendas that they had while in oppositions and are the same that they have now, saying that, you know, we are in government to make sure that everything is done in accordance to how it's supposed to be done. Do you think that we are going to see this? Is everything that he was fighting for going to, you know, bear fruits now that he's in government?
So he has been in government, and everything he has been fighting for, I don't know, human rights, but we have seen abductions, extrajudicial killings, you know. I don't think that anything he's saying, oh, the agenda we had is going to, it's what we are bringing into government. I don't think that's what he means.
And Rispa, with the shake-up Saizi, because they just signed the MOU just the other day. With the shake-up Saizi, you know, how the ground is responding to this bromance. Do you see it lasting?
Yes, it will.
Do you see it
Baba
lasting?
hatatoka hapo. I see Baba will be there because he's there for his own benefits. He will stay there. But now he has a mdomotamu where he knows how to manage his people. He will come and pretend, mimi niko hapa, so that whatever we want to be done in the right manner. Then in 2026, hapo mwisho, I expect to see a Baba will be like, lakini hajakuwa akinisikiza. So this relationship will
Kenyan
last.
politics.
Yes, this relationship will last. But once election, you will see Baba now akijitoa, pretending now have been advising him and he has not been listening. So about the relationship, it will last. But we will not be having this relationship in 2027. No.
You
Baba
don't
hatajitoa. We are used to him anyway. History has it. He's always in the government and then pale mwisho anajitoa.
Wow, I don't know what you back at home think about this. Do you think this is going to last? Do you think that everything that he was fighting for, from the abductions, you know, as Samuel says, to the killings, to the he was fighting also for the Shah. He was fighting also for the Shah, to other agendas that they have on their you know, on their NADCO report, and also some of the things that he has told us he is fighting for. You back at home, unaona kukienda aje? Do you think that this is going to last? And do you think that this newly founded relationship is really going to bear fruit? What do you think is going to happen? Because I would really like to see what is going to happen in 2027. Because I don't know if it is why President William Ruto started his Nairobi tours. You know, the other day he was in Eastleigh. Yesterday he was in Mathare, where he promised children watakuwa kipata chapati milioni moja. Can't wait for that. Yeah, we have a president who you know, is funny in his own way. But I want to know what you think about that. But for this story, okay.
I feel if Baba meant every word that he is saying, he would have the bare minimum. Bare minimum of, if you want me to join you, then let this Shah work. Before.
We are waiting to see that.
If you want me to join you, let me see it work. If you want me to join you, let me see these abductions ending, or maybe even the killers of the Gen Zs who are protesting innocently. Let me see at least 1 or 2 people being arrested. But now I can say whatever Baba is doing now is just sideshows to managers. It doesn't mean anything.
Okay,
It's not
and
for
you've
us.
mentioned something about Shah, and I remember that the universal healthcare workers, you know, downed their tools yesterday. And also the KMPDU had given ultimatum that in 2 weeks, which I think 2 weeks yao inaisha hii wiki, they are going to be downing their tools as well. Isha, what do you think is going to happen? Are we getting somewhere?
No, we are not. You know, because NHF was there. Now we have SHA. The other day I was in a Uhuru Park. There was an event, the PDF,
Yeah, the PDF
festival. I saw workers, health workers, protesting at the Afia House. You know, I think we have to sit down and re-strategize. Come in with another thing. If it is making this SHA work, then let it work. If it won't work at all, let us come up with another thing, something else that will help Kenyans.
Rispa, few months down the line, SHA ikakuwa launched, and until now it is not working. Is it that we as Kenyans are impatient? Hatutaki kungoja hii kitu ifanye kazi? What is really happening, and what should we do? Kwa sababu we can't forget that there is money coming out of people's salaries each and every month for SHA. Sindio? And then there is someone out there who depends on it. There are people who depended on NHIF for the longest time to pay their bills. What do you think is happening here?
You know, we are in a country where we do not trust one another. And so when the government tells us in 2 months this will be happening, we doubt it. And now the problem is we doubt it, and then they confirm to us our doubts. The promise of SHA working has been there for the longest.
Okay.
But by the way, I think it's working for some and not working for others, because yesterday I know of someone who SHA paid their bill in a hospital. So I think I should give credit there, because I was shocked when they told me it's SHA that has done that. But again, 2 weeks ago, I went to see a friend who SHA only paid 2,000 out of something close to 100,000.
Okay.
And I felt like it doesn't make sense at all. So I think there is something somewhere that is not going well, and Barasa and his people doesn't want to accept mapema and correct it. They are still forcing, instead of going back to the drawing board and understanding where is the problem. You know, SHA isn't bad. What is bad is the people who are now bringing it to us. Are they bringing it in the right manner? Are they doing and then a lot of corruption actually is inside there. So you'll find Rispa is incompetent, but now because she has money, she knows the who's and the who's. Nobody is questioning her. And the reason why SHA is not working is because of this Rispa. I feel that is where the government is failing us. SHA can work, but now it will work when we all know we owe the people of this country good health. Ruto promised us that. So I think he should call his people and put it straight and remind them whatever he promised us. And I think there is a lot of mchanganyiko there inside that we do not know now who should we even blame. And then they have when Barasa stands, he has something good to say. And again I can say they are not listening to understand.
Okay.
When we complain, they listen to respond, not to understand. And that is where another problem is coming in, because if they're listening to us to understand, they would get where the problem is, go back to the drawing board and correct it. But now they are listening to respond. So we complain, they go pay their bloggers, then their bloggers come trying to force it to us that SHA is working, whereas the person giving the orders of making us understand SHA is working is not even using this SHA. They have those big covers, and that's why they do not care about SHA anyway.
And for it to work, Samuel, for it to work, what is it that the government needs to do? Kwa sababu, it might be working, not be working because of technical hitches here and there. Because I've heard of people who have tried to register, but inakataa kuregister. And, inakataa kuregister, but end month, my friend, end month inakatwa bado. So it is not working. What should we do for it to work? Ama, if there are still these technical hitches, what is it that the president is supposed to do to calm the minds of Kenyans? Because in the minds of Kenyans are, tunakatwa SHA, lakini hakuna mahali naenda.
I think if this thing is not working right now, and they are seeing it is not working, first of all, let us go back to where we were. Then they sit down, look at it well, analyze everything, and now come up with something that will work. First of all, they need to educate the Kenyan people. I was yesterday I was in Laikipia, and I heard that for you to be treated, you must be registered with SHA. You know, and there is a way. I don't know how they come to your home. They take the number of your cattle. I don't know, your goats. Then they come up with the idea, the formula of which you will pay for that SHA.
Okay.
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
All right, and I don't know what we are yet to see about that, because I've also seen a story on claims that CS Baraza is being fought as well, but she is the head of that. Lazima tu atapigwa kidogo because it's not working. But we are waiting to see what is happening more on that. Do keep tabs on us. You can read the story on SHA on page number 6 of the Star, and I mentioned it because it is important, and it cuts across all of us. Sindio, that is on that. And also something interesting I saw, I don't know if you people have come across it. President William Ruto has released his scorecard. Made a midterm scorecard. Yani the things that they've done, they've achieved, as the Kenya Kwanza government. Yeah, here we go. I got it there. So according to the Star, so there is President Ruto's 10 key achievements. Okay, now 187,474 Kenyans have been placed in jobs abroad. That is scorecard number 1. Then 122,116 houses have been built. Then we have jobs created in constructions and Juakali sectors, 188,000 and above. Jobs have been created. Then we have had 76,000 teachers recruited. We've had 19.7 million people registered with SHA. Okay? And we've had 14 airports that have been rebuilt and rehabilitated. We've had, footbridges constructed. Those are 6 footbridges. Revenue collection arose from 1.9 trillion in 2022 to 2.7 trillion in 2025. And then we've had 16,000 classrooms for junior secondary schools that have been constructed. Then we have the maize production that has arose from 61.7 million 50 kg bags in 2022 to 85.7 million in 2025. Yani ile nini tunakula ugali. Mesikizo bags zimeongezeka 61.7 million to 85.7 million bags. But that's basically his scorecard. What do you think about this scorecard? Wameperform ama hawajaperform this one?
I feel number one, this scorecard is a kipindire, because when there is improvement, we the people should feel it as well. And we are so used to a president who is so good in lying to us, because you see, when you are reading the scorecard, I went back to the promises that he made to Gembe North people 2 years ago when he was at Lare.
Okay.
And he gave us 50 million for construction of Mutwati Market. That is where I come, and nothing has happened. Actually, Mutwati Market looks the way it looks when I was born in 1997.
Okay.
Nothing has ever changed. And he gave us 50 million, but I haven't seen anything. I'm talking of somewhere where I come from, so I'm not guessing and I'm not assuming. He also he talked of construction of Lare Market, which is Peter Munya did some bit of renovation when he was our governor, and that is how it looks like. Nothing. After the president promised whatever he promised, nothing has happened. He promised us 1,500 computers for Igembe North ICT hubs. If people of Igembe North are watching this, kindly tell me one place where you know an ICT hub in Igembe North constituency. So I'm wondering, because when I look at his scorecard of what he promised us, I think the only thing that is working is this construction of 20-kilometer road from Mantobeto to Kinando Bar, and it has not even moved that much. Okay, they are showing us there is something going on. And it is in 2 years, there is something going on. Now we do not know even kama itafika mwisho ama haitafika. So looking at this scorecard, I'm like, okay, maybe these ones are in other counties, because what you promised us as the people of Igembe North, we haven't seen And imagine, even it's not much, because actually I'm working on a free ICT center in Igembe North, and it hasn't even taken me a lot of things. I just got a few partners, a few friends, and imagine already we have a class. It will be a free ICT center, by the way. If you're in Igembe North and you're watching, you can come register with us. I just got partners. We already have a class. Imagine hata we have not used even $1 million. So inaniweka pale kwa, if my president, you can be able to go and donate 20 million randomly in a church this weekend, and then next weekend again you're donating elsewhere, and your CSS, your PSS are also busy donating elsewhere. Why don't they donate to such important projects like this now, even ICT hubs? Because I do not understand. By the way, the issue of ICT hub began during Uhuru's time, you remember? And he is the one who suggested it as the deputy. Now he's the president, but still there is nothing that is happening.
Okay, Samuel, rate this scorecard.
I'll give it a 1.
One, surely.
Yeah.
For your president.
Yes, it's a 1.
Okay.
Look at the classrooms. They've built the classrooms.
The
juniors,
JSS
yeah.
classrooms, okay.
It's too late for them to build right now. I was listening to this guy, what's his name? I don't remember his name very well, but he was saying we are here to build 5,000 more. You know? What? Already there are pupils in those the JSS right now.
My sister is in Risambu Primary, and her class has 78 children. Tell me how that teacher manages that class.
Wow.
Where are the
One
classes
class
built?
has 78 children.
For you to get that scorecard, you can look at the star on page number 4. You see and the star has a way of just doing nice headlines. Ruto's team unveils midterm scorecard. Tuko midterm watu wangu. Midterm scorecard. It comes at a times when Ruto's administration has been under fire with many Kenyans. And let me talk about the fire risk. Why do you think that President William Ruto is under so much fire? Because I don't remember in President Kibaki's regime, and also in a former President Uhuru Kenyatta's regime, there was not this much fire. Ama kwa sababu youth wameamka. Why do you think there's so much fire?
Number one, Ruto is surrounded by very incompetent people. Did you follow up this story of Kenyans placed in jobs abroad? I've seen it online. I don't know how true it is, but okay, lisemwalo lipo na kama halipo laja. The people, when you go to the field, you're asked for some chai, and the chai is not affordable.
Okay.
It's not small chai. It's a lot of it. Now I'm like, sina kazi, nakuja kutafuta kazi, and now I have to pay to get this job. So I can say, number one, Ruto is facing all this drama that he's facing because he's surrounded by very incompetent people. Majority of his people. Actually, even if you look at his cabinet, it's full of people who have scandals, left, and center. I don't know why he didn't consider that while he was forming his government. But maybe he understands better, or maybe he was trying to use the set a thief to catch a thief, but no, it's not working. Number two, the youths are awake. We are in a society that the youths are so awake that now we are even telling our parents as it is. We are not sugarcoating. We are not like millennials who are always like, yes ma, yes ma. We started it even from schools. If you remember us being in high school, it's when things started changing. We were like, we are not in prison. You cannot be beating us like goats. Actually, who even beats their clients? Because anyway, we are bringing you money, teachers. Why are you beating us and we are your customers?
That is where the problem started.
Yeah. So we started there, and I think we are awakened in a way. We feel sisi kazi yetu ni kusema inatutoka. So now the president is kind of unlucky because he is dealing with a new generation that is so awakened. And now the funny thing is, the Gen Alpha are worse. I am a mother, and my firstborn is in PP2. Ruth, some of the questions that she does ask me, huwa tunamwangalia.
So that means, by the way, if they are not careful,
it's getting hotter.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not going to be any easier, because the generation that is after us is worse.
And Samuel, you are a youth leader, and actually a student leader at a TUK. And I think most students who are in campus right now, we are dealing with the Gen Zs when you are huko kwa shule. Maybe what would be that message to President William Ruto, concerning the heat and everything that is going on?
Well, for William Ruto, we have a plan for him, and we are going to send him Sugoi. You cannot tell me a school like an institution like the Technical University of Kenya has not been operational for the last 5 weeks. On the 3rd of February, the school was closed indefinitely. Why? Lecturers have not been paid. I don't know, their pensions have not been taken care of. We have been in town doing nothing. Some of us, maybe, I don't know, we might end up in engaging in unethical behaviors. We went to the MOE office, the Ministry of Education, and we had to make noise, even to threaten that we shall go inside there and go with the gate, to Vunja gate. And then the PS came, and we are working on this. I don't know, the management has not given us this paper, I don't know what. We went to the management. The management said, we have taken everything they requested. They are taking us in circles. He's destroying our future. They told us education is our future, it's our key to success, and yet he's destroying our key to success. So we are coming for him.
And producer Ananiambia, we are running out of time. I'm really trying to be quick on this. I'm going to give the lady and the gentleman a minute to give us their parting shot before we go for a short break, and then we come back with our nutrition discussion. Okay, so let me start with the lady. Rispa, give us your parting shot. Salimia watu wa Igembe.
Okay, according to what we have talked, I would love to say we are dealing with government that, number one, our president's government is really focused on 2027. They do not care what happens to us now, provided they get a way to come back in 2027. And so our president is so focused on, I think, the money that is like now, the deputy president got people from different areas. He keeps calling them at Karen to come tell him what they need. So every day we are there in Karen saying what we need, but nothing is happening. So I think Kenyans should be embracing and be ready for a very tough time ahead. We are dealing with very self-centered leaders who only care about their power. They are willing even to cut oxygen supply as much as they still maintain their seats. And I would love to tell Kenyans it's a high time we get ready, wear those rubber shoes, and be ready for a tough time. It's gonna be tough. It's not going to be easier. It's gonna be tough. And as long as the president listens to respond and not to understand what we are saying, it's gonna be tough. And for my people from Igembe North, we have a lot, we have a lot. But now I think, we have been crying and calling the president all the time because, anyway, Igembe North is one of the constituencies that supports the revenue a lot, because that's where a lot of Mira comes from, actually. But I can say we do not get the same appreciation from the government, and I think the solution is the type of leaders that we put in space. So I'd love to tell the Igembe North people, it's the high time we evaluate ourselves. When it comes to 2027, we do not need to vote rubbish again and the flower girls that we've been voting, president's flower girls, that is what I mean. We need to get ourselves a leader who can go and ask for, this is what we give you. We want a thank you that is of the equal measure, and not a yes man who will be told by the president, tunaenda north, yes, tunaenda south, we don't need to vote a ride or die of the president. In 2027, we need to vote a ride or die of the people.
And I think that has been a wake-up call to so many people out there. Nimesikia tukisema next 2027 we are voting with a purpose. Are you voting with a purpose? We're just waiting to see that. Samuel, give us your in just less than a minute, give us your closing remarks.
Okay, for the people of Kenya, I think we have to vet our leaders, the people, the politicians. We have to vet them, not with the money they give us, 200 shillings, and then your future is doomed. We have to vet them, the ideas they have, the economic agenda they have. You know, they come to us, they lie to us. I don't know, I'll bring this, but we've known them. So I think we need a new chapter of leaders. You know, and in fact I call the young leaders to rise.
Okay.
You know, take this power. Power is not given. You know, power is not given. So we have to rise up and take this power so that we can steer our country in the right direction. And for my comrades up, we both took Maze, I have to tell you, we have to fight. We have to fight and fight. You know, they told us they shall have a meeting for a span of 3 weeks. You know, that amounts to 8 weeks. So 2 months we are out of school. We have not done our first semester exams. You know,
Okay.
so hatutawahi graduate. You know.
We are sure.
Tutaishi hapo. So we have to fight. We have to stand strong. We shall not be intimidated. And I call upon all the student leaders wenye wanalala nyumbani, because kuna wao wanalala nyumbani hawatokei, tukiitana maandamano wako nyumbani.
Okay,
And others are in class.
all right. Thank you so much, Samuel, for making it here at Oracle TV, and also you, Rispa. Thank you for honoring our invite once again. Yeah, and to you back at home who's been following our newspaper review, thank you so much. And I'm hoping that you've at least gotten a glimpse of what is happening in your country. Do make sure you get any of the dailies. Get the Standard, the Daily Nation, or the Star to get a full story of some of which we've highlighted here. We want to take a short break, a very short break. When we are coming back, with that nutrition dialogue. We want to know, munakulanga vizuri. Rispa, do you eat well? Unakula vizuri ama unafikiri unakula vizuri?
I was told kuna kitu kama I eat to live or I live to eat.
Samuel.
I think the economy for us comrades, kukula vizuri sio
Bora tumeshiba.
Bora umeshiba.
Yeah.
But that is what we are coming to discuss after this short break. So do not go anywhere. Still waiting for your answers to my question today.
Deliverance is where people are liberated from the forces of darkness, yokes, chains, affliction that are holding them back in life. From 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., Mountain of Deliverance Church, Nairobi.
By coughing, by yawning, even by tears, come out.
Power, praises, manifestation of the Holy Spirit is felt in the lives of God's people.
Wewe roho ilifunga mama, chomeka, achilia mtoto, 1, 2, 3,
According to the law of physics, everything assumes rest until a force is applied on it. Every Thursday at Mountain of Deliverance Church, Nairobi, this is where that force is applied on every generational curse, every generational poverty, evil family patterns, anti-marriage forces, and joblessness. Are you ready to break the chains that are holding you back? Then I want to welcome you to Mountain of Deliverance Church, Nairobi. We are located in Gara, Murang'a Road, next to Aqua Plaza building. Come get your deliverance. Your deliverance is one service away.
Is the greatest romance. To seek Him is the greatest adventure, and to find Him, it is the greatest achievement. And that is why I want to invite you to the greatest place where you'll find this love. This is none other place than Mountain of Deliverance Church, Nairobi. This is where you find people that will make you love God more. We are located along Murang'a Road in Gara, next to Aqua Plaza building. And behind me is the roundabout of Parklands. When you are right here, you just come straight on your left-hand side and you find Fig Tree. And then you'll use the Safaricom Green Footbridge. And 150 to 200 meters, you'll find our beautiful church, Mountain of Deliverance Church, Nairobi. Our service begins at 8, where we start with face-to-face with God. The man of God, Dr. Francis Oracle, leads powerfully in face-to-face with God. And exactly 9, our praise and worship takes over. We make sure that the presence is comfortable for everyone. We make sure the presence of God is all over in the praises and worship that are led. And exactly at 10 or 11 there, Mom gets in and start prayer, powerful prayer points for you so that your destiny will take shape.
Anointing under which I serve.
Upako ambao unatumika chini yake.
Anointing under which I serve.
Upako ambao unatumika chini yake.
And I command every evil foundation.
Na amrisha kila misingi mibaya.
That has troubled your life.
Iliyoangaisha maisha yako.
It shall bow today in Jesus' name.
Inakoma leo kwa jina la Yesu.
I said every evil foundation.
Kila misingi mibaya.
Under the anointing of this altar.
Kwa upako wa madhabahu haya.
I command that foundation to crumble and to bow down.
And at 11, the man of God takes over to make sure that your spirit man is fed and make sure that your destiny takes a good shape.
Every occasion requires somebody who knows how to say, Father, I thank you. A thankful heart is a fruitful heart, is a joyful heart.
So I expect to see you this coming Sunday. Remember, this is where you find love, and love is found at Mountain of Deliverance Church, Nairobi. So see you then each Sunday. God bless you.
If you are jobless, seeking to get married but there is no partner coming your way, seeking to fly abroad but doors are closed, the 21 hidden curses that everyone must break or you must break. So we have quite a number of these books, but you can give us a call. We'll know how to send them to you as a package. All the 7 books. 7 books. Oh my goodness, I didn't know there are 7. I've just realized there are 7. If you send 5,000 shillings, oh yes, 5,000 shillings, I'll send you these 7 books on an offer just for today. Just for today. just 5,000, I send you 7 books and you will never regret. 7 books at only 5,000 shillings. And if you're lucky enough, I think I have one diary here. Not diary, a notebook. I will bless you with that notebook. My goodness. Now I make a decision. I wonder, why am I making that sale? I'm not a businessman. That's why my wife says she cannot leave me in her shop. I'll give things free. Yes, so 5,000, I'll give you all this.
This is the year to seek God more. This is the year to win souls. And this is the year to maintain a good relationship with your Maker. I am taking this great opportunity to welcome you to Mountain of Deliverance Nakuru, where every day is a day to have an experience with God. We have services across the week from Sunday to Friday. On Sunday, meet us from 6:30 a.m. all through to 9 a.m. for the first celebration service with Rev Mark Keitani. Second celebration service begins at 10 a.m. all through to 1 p.m. This is where you are fed spiritually. This is a church where you're appreciated, you are accepted. This is a place that your spiritual life is uplifted. On Monday from 5 p.m. all through to 6:30 p.m. as the Bible has commanded us to partake the body of Christ as Holy Communion. We have an empowerment service and a Holy Communion service. What a way to begin the week. Monday 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Come join us, young and old, male and female. Just come as you are. The Lord is calling you. The Lord is in need of you. By the way, we also need to look for God more and more. On Tuesdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. we have mega deliverance services. There are those stubborn issues, stubborn things that are happening in your family, happening in your relations, happening at your workplace, happening in your ministry, and they need deliverance. It is one thing to be born again and another thing to be delivered. So join us every Tuesday at Mountain of Deliverance Nakuru for mega deliverance services with our priest Rev Mark Keitani. And you know what? We have not come to an end. On Wednesday, you need to pay the price. You need to be on your knees. The Bible says this kind does not just go. Rather, it needs to go by prayer and fasting. And on Wednesday from 9 p.m. all through to 4 a.m. we have a prayer kesha. This is where we wail. This is where we call unto God. This is where we say, this night, Father, I am here for you to listen to me. This night, dear Lord, I am here for you to change my situation. We have had great testimonies concerning or about this Wednesday's Kesha, where people have been transformed, people have been saved, people have been healed, promotions have come through. Make sure that you make a date with us every Wednesday for a prayer Kesha from 9 p.m. all through to 4 a.m. Now, going to Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. we all meet at Mountain of Deliverance Church Nakuru for an early morning of prayer. This is the best way to begin your day. Before you go to the market, before you go to your office, before you begin your daily routine, it is important to begin with God. And as Dr. Oracle has said, it does not just go wrong, it begins wrong. So if you begin your day with wrong things, the day goes wrong. But if you begin your day with God, God walks you through. God walks you through the day. The order of our services every day, Monday, Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we have you at our church. And every last day of the month, we have commanding the month. So make sure that you do not miss out. We are making sure that you will not say, I did not have a place to fellowship. Welcome to Mountain of Deliverance, Nakuru.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, haujamii sana. This is the Impact Dialogues with me, Ruth Wanjiru. Of course, today is our Health Wednesday. I call it Health Wednesday because today we are discussing on nutrition. Sawa. I'm going to remind you my question of the day. But before that, you can see I am not alone in the studio. I have a very interesting nutritionist with me. I want her to tell you her name, akwambia anafanyanga nini, so that we can continue with this. Karibu Magda.
Thank you very much, Ruth.
Yeah, this is your second time.
Yeah, this is my second time here.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. So my name's is Magdalene Joki. I'm a nutritionist by profession, a licensed nutritionist, and I have broadened to organic or health products, where I do formulas for different types of lifestyle diseases. So today we're just here to remind ourselves a few things. Nowadays, people are very informed. So it's just good to remind us and also to add something small, because knowledge is progressive.
That is true. Interesting. And I have a question of the day today, and I don't know what you have to say about it. So my question today is that myth, that food myth that you used to know about, but you came out to find that it wasn't true. You back at home, I am waiting for your answers. I've seen some answers right here, and I want to read for you those who sent me answers for that question. Yeah, someone here is saying yake ilikuwa ya Big G. There was a time I think I said that kianza show. Alikuwa naambiwa that ukimeza Big G inamea kwa tumbo. You remember that?
Yeah.
Inamea kwa tumbo. So you back at home, what is your answer to that? What is your answer to my question of the day? What is that food myth that you knew about and then you later came to find out that it wasn't true? To you, Magda, which one was it?
Food myth, when before I did nutrition, I had so many, but right now I think they are erased. So I think I can talk based on the myths that my clients normally have. Like there's this one. I tell them, like, I would want you to start having a healthy breakfast, and then they're like, Kwani, what is there supposed to be taken for breakfast? So if I just have my tea, mandazi, sausage, see, I'm good. I'm like, oh my God.
What other sausage? Tuko na wale wa mandazi na mkate. I don't know who told us that breakfast is chai na mkate. And
if you don't do tea, your day has not started.
I don't know why. Yeah. But there's my question of the day. What is the biggest food myth you once believed? How did you find out it was true? And maybe to set, a base for a conversation this morning, Magda, when I say that I have a nutrition nutritious plate, what do I mean?
When you have a nutritious plate, it means one, it is balanced of the different food groups that you can find available. For example, it should have some good protein, especially animal protein is good for building the muscle mass. And then you should have whole grained type of food. For the whole grains, we prefer the whole grain because the digestion is slow, plus it has fiber. That is what makes the difference. So if you have scones, you have buffalo, you have bread, you have mandazi, they don't have the fiber and they don't have even the amino acids. So you find that they are easily digested and they end up spiking sugars for those who have issues with diabetes and high blood pressure. So, and also weight. So if you're struggling with weight and you look at your carbohydrate or starch and it's white in color, you're not going to get off your weight.
So in
and
short,
especially your belly, your belly, you're not going to cut that belly. Aita songa.
I'm going to come to the belly fat. I'm going to come to the belly fat baadaye kwa sababu wengi wetu tuko victims wa hapa. But so in short, you mean, Magda, I waking up in the morning and I'm telling myself that my breakfast ni chai na mandazi. Hata si mandazi is not even that common. Chai na mkate, alafu ndo kuongeza pale ka sauce ama kuongeza pale ka, what do you call it, kanini pale hivi unaongeza mayai. Is that healthy?
No. Okay, for that simple breakfast you've defined, let's break it down. Let's see that chai and mandazi. What does it help your body with?
Okay.
First of all, nowadays people are really educating themselves on staying on an alkaline body.
That's true.
So if you do milk, that means your body is not going to achieve that alkaline state because milk is acidic.
Okay.
Milk is acidic, and on top of that, it adds a lot of mucus in your system. That's why you see, and sorry if someone has not made that observation, if you see this like Chinese people, have you ever seen a fat Chinese?
And I don't know why they're always so petite, especially the ladies.
Yeah, it's not easy to see a Chinese lady mwenye, or even men, akiwa nini. These people, they hardly do milk. In fact, they don't. Because of the mucus. So utapata wako na green tea, they call it matcha and what have you. So iko na those two disadvantages. Plus hakuna chai inaendanishananga bila sukari. Sugar. So you have to put ni kadogo tu, the coffee ni mingi, so I have to put your sugar to balance it off, and then it's a natural response, like your body is just used to it, so you have to put sugar. So what is sugar now in your body?
And Magda, for a good breakfast, for me to say that I've had a very healthy breakfast, what am I supposed to be having?
So let's do a normal plate. You can have something to represent the protein, especially the animal protein. You can have something like let's say liver or chicken. If you don't have that, ndio utasema hiyo ni chakula expensive.
So in short,
you can have some eggs.
Just a minute, sorry for cutting you short. Breakfast lazima ikuwe chai na mkate.
No, it doesn't have to be chai and mkate. No, it doesn't have.
Okay.
And why are we doing plant protein? Because it's going to its breakdown in the system, it's going to be slow.
Okay.
And then the person is going to feel fuller for longer. And then it's not going to be used as energy immediately. It will have to be converted. It's not like ile ya white inaendanga tu mara moja imespike. So if you ate mkate kitu, let's say 9, in the next one hour and so ishafanywa hivi, shaondolewa na glucose iko juu.
So I'm looking at a person mwenye anaamkia asubuhi chai na mkate, as the Kenyan way. And I don't know where we got that thing, guys. hiyo kitu mlitoa wapi ya chai na mkate asubuhi? And then that same person inafika lunch time chapati na madondo. Then inafika pale ugali. The normal food in the African home, ugali na sukuma.
That's very okay. Especially if you can have that maize sifted. If you can have that maize sifted, hiyo iko sawa. So it has the vegetables, it will represent the minerals and the vitamins, and then sasa wewe utafute tu ka protein kiasi.
Kadogo hapo,
Utafute tu ka protein kiasi. And then there's this other myth that you have to keep on eating all the time, like ati ukimaliza 3 hours
unakula kakitu.
Unakula kakitu. So your body is always on digestion mode all the time. So it's good at sometimes you take water. If you have let's say if you have a meal in the morning and maybe a meal late lunch, in between you can take breakfast. You don't need to snack. Your myth ya snack, I don't know who told people you need to snack. You need to snack.
That's right. I don't know if you are learning anything back at home. My number is very open, 0711-176-006. Tell me about that myth, by the way. Hiyo kitu yenye ulikuanga unajua ya chakula lakini ukapata si ukweli. Mimi nimewaambia yangu ilikuanga Big G. And there's someone who has sent me a message na we have the same thoughts. They used to tell us that tukimeza Big G inamea kwa tumbo. Yeah, and also if you have any questions on nutrition, Magda is going to be here, you know, to answer those questions for us. Now, Magda, for me to make sure that, I have, nutrition as meal. You've mentioned that there are different groups of foods. So maybe we've spoken about the breakfast part. So what about lunch na supper? What am I, especially lunch because it's a midday meal, what am I looking at?
Let me surprise you. Supper is not for everybody.
Okay.
Supper is not for everybody. One, if you're looking forward to losing weight, supper is not for you. Number two, if someone has, chronic lifestyle condition, there's something your body is trying to get healing from. Let's say someone has got, just picture any lifestyle condition. Supper is not for you. Number three, with age, there's a certain age you start going plus. Now supper kanaenda kakiwa kadogo. Because with supper, mtu anakula. Now because of the slow metabolism and everything, the next 1 hour. The next 1 hour. Alafu, the modern way of life. People are very busy. Umefika kwa nyumba saa 4, saa 3. Umepika haraka. You've eaten kidogo. So and ndio saa 4 saa 5 you need to sleep so that you can catch up the next day. So supper is not for everyone. So those 3 categories of people, you can do away with supper.
And speaking about what we eat during supper. Now, unajua kuna watu asipokula kilo 2 za ugali haezi lala na amani. There is someone somewhere, if I don't take maybe 2 kgs of ugali, if I don't maybe take half a kg of mchele, I would not sleep, okay? So, does me eating nutritiously have anything to do with quantity, the amount of food I'm taking?
The quantity, it depends with the energy you're using. So if you're using less energy, you don't need much. But if you're using a lot of energy, let's say someone is really on high intensity activities, maybe their nature of work, or even age. Because there's someone who is a teenager and someone who is elderly, they might not eat the same. Unajua huyu teenager, metabolism iko wapi? So hata akikula 2 times ya mtu mwenye ako 40 years, ako tu sawa. Because at the end of it, their body mechanism allows them to burn that energy. But if someone ako tu, akitoka kwa nyumba, ako kwa gari, akitoka kwa gari, so they can reduce the amount of, food.
Okay.
So the amount of food also reduces with age.
All right. The amount of food reduces with age.
Yes.
How much do you eat wakati unaenda kulala? how much do you eat wakati unaenda kulala? If you're just joining us, this is Impact Dialogues with me, Ruth Wanjiru, and we are speaking to Magda about nutrition. How much, you know, how does nutrition work? Like, for me to have a nutritious meal. But unajua, and I was speaking about this when we were starting the show. I might be thinking that I'm eating very nutritiously, but I'm not eating nutritiously. So that is what we are trying to decipher here with Magda. You can send in your question on that number that is on your screen, 0711 176 006. Ask Magda that question that you have on nutrition. Magda, I want to speak about taking water because I'm pretty sure it's part of, you know, eating healthy. Okay? So how much water should a person take in a day?
There's this I don't want to call it a myth, but there's a certain amount of water that is very necessary for the running of different organs in the body. So around 2 liters of water. But again, that one depends. Because utapata, someone maybe is hypertensive, so akikunywa maji, for example, kuna ile yenye inaenda kwa the extremities. Okay, sorry, you know, I think next time we need to really take one topic and then we dig. Okay. I feel like we are today we are so much on the surface, but let's remain at that at the moment. So when you take water and then unaenda, let's say someone goes and urinates like shortly, what does that mean? It means that water has not been fully utilized in the system. So there's a way you're supposed to do so that water can be utilized. So you can put maybe a salt, maybe let's say like Himalayan salt, uweke, because that one I cannot give a definite answer, like one answer, because it depend na an individual. There's someone who is working out, they might need up to 3 liters. Like amekuwa thirsty, the cells are just demanding
for water.
The cells are just demanding for water, you know. So I will back to the salt. So you put a pinch of salt kwa hiyo maji and then you take. Especially with the Himalayan salt, I prefer it than these other salt because it has minerals like sodium, potassium and magnesium. So nakumbuka nini biology, ile osmosis, kusiju kuna sodium inje and then there's potassium and then the concentration ziki balance, the cells open and then the water comes inside. So when you're taking this salt, that is, you're doing to your cells a kind of an osmosis, so that the cells can open up so that you can get water. So huo mtu mwenye at least ana take salt is very different from someone mwenye put any salt na akikunywa tu maji after 10 minutes, hata 10 ni mingi, ameenda ameitoa. So you see that water has not really circulated in the has not really circulated in the system. But to give a very short definite answer, take water 2 glasses when you wake up, warm water, specifically warm water, 2 glasses when you wake up. You can put a pinch of salt kidogo. That one should precede breakfast too. Hey, you know, people, because you know your body gets dehydrated so much at night. So if you don't take water, utakunywa chai kama nini?
Kama kawaida.
Kama maji.
Utakunywa chai kama maji.
Yeah, because your body is craving for water. Now you're taking tea because your cells are telling you, oh, we need water. So,
okay,
we need
naturally when you wake up in the morning, the body naturally craves for water.
It's dehydrated. Ushona katoto kamelala hivi, let's say kwa floor, and then you look at that area around that. So unaonanga inakaa sogi. Like nani ameweka maji kwa, you know, you naturally get dehydrated overnight. Unaona. So when you wake up to like it's good to have a side table. You know, people take mambo ya nutrition hivi. People rarely get to know like the consequences or the reason why they should do each and everything they do. So you should take 2 glasses warm water you can put that pinch of salt so that your cells are able to take up that water.
Wow.
And then afterwards, now you mostly I prefer smoothies first thing before you eat. You know why people say they can't eat in the morning? Because they feed too much in the evening.
In the night?
At night.
Wale wa kilo mbili za ugali.
So if you feed too much at night and your metabolism is not high, you don't empty your bowels frequently.
And
you can't eat.
Speaking about
eat in the morning.
eating in the night, Mother, is there a particular food that people should avoid at night?
As I told you earlier, kuna 3 categories of people who should eat very little food or none.
At night.
At night, yes. So let's go back to those people again. Someone who is, let's say, 35 years and above. Unless you are very active physically, you should do very little food at night. Or maybe you can do your food minus carbohydrates.
Okay.
Minus carbohydrates. So you just do vegetables, mixed vegetables. You can do mixed vegetables na ka protein kidogo. Ama if you're losing weight, you can just do bone broth. Bone broth, you know, is important because ya hizo minerals, ya hizo ma bones when they are boiling, nini. Because when you do tea and bread, what mineral does it give?
Tea and bread na watu wa mandazi na mkate.
In fact, haina mineral. Haina minerals na haina vitamins. Haina.
That's interesting.
Hata amino acids.
Haina. Wow.
So you'd rather do ugali yako ya jana. It's way better.
Okay, and for someone who's feeling overweight and they are really looking into, shedding off the weight. Interestingly, I had a newspaper review earlier before you came in, and she told us that one thing that ameshindwa kufanya ni kustick to that near weight loss.
Okay, it's only African countries, let me say, that feel they don't need a specialist to help them with their diet. So people do guesswork. I feel I should do lemon water.
Kuna hii concussion niliona online.
Sasa tuko kwa lemon water. Sasa ya ibambi, I'm doing fasting. Like another one I met, I think 2 weeks back. She's doing fasting from Monday to Friday.
Wow.
I was like, madam, why would
and
you
it's
do?
not religion for time. Munaona vitu ambazo mnafanyanga, mnamukiamua mfast na kanisa hamtaki. Oh my gosh.
I was like, madam, why would you do that? Do you know your body is going to you're stripping your body oils, you're stripping your body vitamins.
Wow, just for weight loss.
And nini, just for weight loss, every program should be balanced.
Okay.
If you're doing weight loss and you don't keep a certain level of minerals and vitamins that your body needs, hey, utajiletea shida.
Okay, I have a question here. Someone is asking, is 47 weight, I'm assuming that is 47 kgs, normal weight for a 25-year-old?
25-year-old? A lady or a gent?
Girl, yeah, a lady.
A lady. Is she tall or short?
Well, I don't know unless she gives us the
because
details.
If she's tall,
okay,
then it's a problem. Because kuna ile age yenye the ladies, the estrogen iko sawa. There's that age, especially 25. Very flowery, hips and all that. So if you have a weight of 47, itakuwa an issue, especially if you are short.
If you are short.
Sorry, if you are tall.
Oh, okay.
If you're tall. So I would say, if it's a lady, maintain a good waist circumference. That one is one indicator. It is not the only indicator, but it's an indicator. At least you know what you're doing.
If you maintain the waist circumference.
Maintain a good waist circumference. Because you can't be 25 and your waist circumference, we can't really tell.
Okay, I'm hoping you've been answered there.
Yes.
Someone else is saying, my name is Mercy from Nakuru. What diet is fit for reduction of acidity?
Acidity, you have to... First of all, you have to take off acid-forming foods. That includes milk, includes wheat. That's a wheat watu watafanywa nini?
Tunapenda ngano. Unajua wheat for breakfast.
Tutafanywa nini? Wheat, milk and sugar.
Okay, wheat, milk, and sugar.
And then
right.
after you've removed that, now you introduce something else. You introduce probiotic and foods that can make your body alkaline.
Okay.
And if you're not good at that, if you're not good at doing the foods and all that, there's a formula that I've made. In fact, inamaliza kufanyiwa analysis. Though I've been giving it to clients for several years. So that one, iko na probiotics, na iko na hizo components that will help your body get alkaline.
Okay.
And then if I combine it now with your diet, because I will have maybe if it's someone who can be able maybe to talk to me later, I'll get to know what they're doing, right or wrong, and then we will see where we can adjust.
Interesting. Maybe for someone who doesn't understand what probiotic foods are or include, I help that person out.
Nowadays, let me say people are informed. I can say maybe kama kuna utajua probiotic, it's a lesser percentage. So probiotic ni foods that have you see your gut iko na good bacteria.
Yeah.
And if the good bacteria are overwhelmed with the bad bacteria, you have a compromised gut.
Okay.
Kama iki tunasikianga watu akisemanga H. pylori.
H. pylori.
H. pylori is not a foreign thing. It's just some bacteria in your gut. But now if your immunity is low, or if you eat let me not say recklessly. If you
if you eat venye unataka,
now this bacteria now dominates.
Okay, the bad bacteria
now it dominates. So now the good bacteria, now those the normal floras, zinakuwa overwhelmed.
Wow.
Zinakuwa weak, and then mtu anakuwa na a compromised gut. Some will have a leaky gut, others will have ulcers, others your H. pylori ndo itakuwa huko.
So all these conditions, Magda, H. pylori, ulcers, having stomach issues.
That is not even the worst case.
Okay.
The worst case, someone can have even the parasites now feel this is now a good environment. Zinaanza kunini, and then if you don't have a diet that really flushes your gut, mtu anaanza kukua na waste. How do I call it? Colon build-up. It's just waste yenye haijatoka.
Wow.
And it rots. Nike rots. This is where now people are getting colon cancer. Colon cancer is not anything. It's just a progressive state of all these things. Now they progress,
flushed out.
Yes, they're not been, then hizo ma parasites and what have you. So mtu anakuwa na a compromised gut, a leaky gut. So now when we are giving you a probiotic, they kind of introduce like good bacteria kwa system yako. And now they help now your bacteria now to be strong, and now they work together, and now they create an environment whereby these other things cannot survive.
Wow, amazing. I really wish we had more time to, get really deep into this. And I think nutrition is such a wide topic. But if you have any more questions, you can always send them in, and I'll see if I'll bring Magda back so that she can speak to you about this. Because when it comes to nutrition, what I've understood from her is that hizi mashida zote za tumbo, it is because you're not eating well. It is because you're not eating well. But because we've run out of time, Magda, in less than a minute, producer anipeleka mbio. In less than a minute, kindly give your parting shot to our viewers back at home.
Okay, what I would like to say, nutrition is very specific to specific individuals.
Okay.
Right now, if I sit here, I cannot give one common diet and say this is a baseline to everyone. So when you're considering nutrition, consider your age, consider your gender, consider your weight, and your level of physical activity.
Okay.
But we will get into details as we continue. Even when you should eat, what should be involved in that meal. And also we also have diet for different age groups. We have diet for men, we have diet for women and children, like what they should have in high quantities in terms of nutrition compared to other kinds of foods.
Wow,
Yes.
amazing. Thank you so much, Magda, for making time.
Thank
I
you.
know we've not like tackled everything, but be sure that you're going to call her back to speak about nutrition because we want you to eat healthy, okay? And it has been so amazing having you with me for 2 hours. My name is Ruth Wanjiru. This has been the Impact Dialogues, and I'm hoping that I'm going to see you on Friday because, by the way, on Friday we are speaking about something very important: financial literacy and insurance. You cannot afford to miss that topic, and of course, expect our newspaper review also on a Friday. But apart from that, do keep it tuned. Oracle Television Network. The future is here. Until I see you on Friday, stay safe, stay blessed, and stay happy.